What's up, guys? Today we're going to discuss UFC Kansas City. Incredible card. In my opinion, one of the best fight nights of the year so far. From top, well, I would say from top to bottom. We had a couple of stinkers, but like 90% of the fights were insane. So let's get right into it.
Brother.
Starting with the prelim opener of Chelsea Chandler versus Joselyne Edwards. I thought this was going to be a decision for Edwards, but she ended up getting the first round TKO. So very impressive. And yeah, there's nothing really to say. I picked her to win. I went okay on picks, by the way, if I didn't mention that, but I picked her to win. She won, got a TKO. The women's fights are actually good now, guys, because there's another women's fight on here where there's a finish. So, hey, man, maybe I won't slander them anymore. Slander. Timmy Cuamba versus Roberto Romero. Great finish from Cuamba. He got like a knee, TKO, KO, a jump knee, KO, TKO, and Roberto Romero, he kind of protested, but it was a little bit early. But I think it was a great performance from Cuamba. Roberto Romero's tough. He has a good chin, but Cuamba, he's really good. There's not really much to say. He's pretty dynamic, great kicks, and that knee was perfectly timed. Romero was going for a takedown, gets kneed right in the face. And that was it. Again, a little bit early, but it is what it is, right? You know, he was going to probably lose that. But he has a good chin, you know. He took like a sick head kick in round one. So, Polyana, Viana, Jaqueline, Amorim. So, I think I went like 3 in a row on picks here. No, actually, I think I went Roberto Romero, which was kind of dumb. Did I? I think I did, which is pretty dumb on my part. But I did pick Jaqueline, Amorim to beat Polyana, Viana. Polyana Viana's shit. Like she looks like she's like never fought every time she fights. Well, the last couple of times she's fought, she's just not good. She doesn't train MMA anymore. Yeah, she's just not good anymore. Honestly, I don't know if she was ever good, but she's just not good. She got subbed, and in the second round with a rear naked choke. And Amorim is good. She has good jiu-jitsu. I picked her to win because of that factor. And again, Polyana Viana, she just spends too much time on OF. You know, what does she even do? She'll probably get cut after this. I don't know. There's nothing more to say here. But yeah, shout out to Jaqueline Amorim. Malcolm Wellmaker this is not the I don't want to talk about this one. I love Cameron Saaimon. I picked him to win. He didn't win. He got slept in the first round by Malcolm Wellmaker. Cameron Saaimon, man. Let's talk about this one. Malcolm Wellmaker, I picked him to lose. He's making his debut. He's very good. I knew he was very good. His striking is very good. But I thought Cameron Saamon's grappling would be a bit of a factor. I thought Cameron Saaimon had a better chin. Maybe he does still have a good chin, but, you know, Wellmaker, he just has probably insane power. He does have insane power. Cameron Saaimon, he got caught coming in. He was doing all right before the KO as well. He was doing all right. His kicks were all right. He actually showed good head movement. I was like, all right, Cameron Saaimon, you know, he's doing good. Just gets caught with like a left hook, I want to say. Just slumped, bro. He went flying. Damn, man. I love Cameron Saaimon. So this is like, it is what it is. He's fought only killers, man. I hope they don't cut him because honestly, fighting Christian Rodriguez, Peyton Talbot, and Malcolm Wellmaker back to back. Much respect to Cameron Saaimon. I really hope they don't cut him. He's only 24 years old, but if they cut him, he could make his way back. So, incredible finish from Malcolm Wellmaker. Again, I picked Cameron Saaimon, but it is what it is. I don't really care about the pick. It's just, I wanted him to win, you know? But shout out to Wellmaker. They should do Malcolm Wellmaker, Peyton Talbot next. No. What? No, yeah, no. You don't want to kill off your prospects. Let's ease them into it. Damon Blackshear versus this guy, I can't even say his name. Actually, a pretty solid fight. Alatengheili, I'll just say Mr. China. Mr. China, he did pretty good. His striking is good, but he doesn't like. he kind of, who does his style remind me of? He tries to like get on the inside. Like obviously he has the shorter arms, the shorter reach. So he tries to get on the inside, and he did a decent job at times against Blackshear, but he just didn't pressure enough. I don't know if he just doesn't have the cardio for it, but I feel like if he could have pressured a little bit more and maybe threw in a couple of kicks as well to kind of slow down Damon Blackshear, he could have had more success. But Damon Blackshear is good at keeping range. This fight was weird because it only was like good during the end of the round, like at times. It wasn't a bad fight. But it was just like at times it would just be Damon Blackshear just at range, and then Alatengheili would try to come in, and then Blackshear would kind of hit him with something. It was all right. It was a solid fight, but you know, I wanted a little bit more from both of these guys. It is what it is. I picked Damon Blackshear via sub. He didn't get a sub. His striking was pretty solid though, so solid fight. This fight was terrible, and I told you guys it was going to be bad as well. Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. Terrible fight. Gutierrez dropped him in the first round, with just a clean right hand, I want to say. And he could have finished him, but he has no finishing ability. And then the rest of the fight was just a leg kicky Chris Gutierrez performance. This is how he fights. This is not a surprise to me. This shouldn't be a surprise to any of you guys that have seen Chris Gutierrez fight. This is exactly how he fights. He's a very boring fighter. He won the fight. I thought he won the decision, and I did pick him to win, but I don't really care about, again, I don't care about the pick. It's just terrible. He's just very, very boring, man. Always the same fight. Every time you see this guy fight, if you put Chris Gutierrez in the what is he, a featherweight? You put him in there with who's a great featherweight, like a Diego Lopez or a Gene Silva. He'll make it boring. He's just that bad. He's not bad, but he's just boring, man. He's just boring, honestly. So, shit fight. There's nothing much for me to say. Evan Elder, Gage Young. This was the opposite. This was actually a good fight. A really fun fight. Really good fight. Evan Elder's very good. I picked him to win. His striking is very good as well. And he really just goes for it, man. He really goes for it. He really tries to take your head off. He really goes for the body. He's good. This was a good little scrap, and yeah, Evan Elder's really good. We should give him a title shot next. No, he's good. He's actually pretty good. Gage Young, for a short notice opponent, he did good as well. So, shout out to both of these guys. Matt Schnell, Jimmy Flake. Now, this was the people's main event. Now, this fight was unironically really good. Credit to Matt Schnell. He doesn't really have bad fights. Well, when he's not getting slept, I should say. But Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick. I picked Jimmy Flick to win. He didn't win. But he almost won. He almost had a really good guillotine. But Matt Schnell, man, this fight had a lot of good scrambles. This fight had a lot of good grappling exchanges. Both guys had close submissions on each other. Dan Miragliotta, I don't know if this was the first fight he did it, but he stopped. He tried to stop the fight 10 seconds early because he kept thinking that the 10-second, when there's a 10-second warning in every round, he thought it was the bell. And I think he did it earlier or later in this card, but man, we got to get these CT ass refs out of here. Freaking him, Herb Dean. Some of these refs are just, I do not like Herb Dean. He's the worst ref on planet Earth, by the way. But Matt Schnell, Jimmy Flick, really good fight, really fun fight. Honestly, man, I hope they don't cut Jimmy Flick. I hope they don't cut Matt Schnell. Well, he won, so they're not gonna cut him. But keep these guys. We need a trilogy. We need the Matt Schnell, Jimmy Flick trilogy. No, seriously though, man, this was a really fun fight. Both guys are really scrappy. Both guys have good heart and good toughness, and some really good grappling. There's not much for me to say. I really enjoyed this fight, honestly. It was really fun to watch. So, this is one of my favorite fights on the card. If you haven't seen it, check this fight out. Awesome. Awesome fight. And I picked Jimmy Flick, but it's all right. Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. I picked Ikram. He's very good. He's very, very good. He got a first-round KO. There's not much for me to say. I picked him via decision. I thought he was going to grapple, but he's really not like a grappler, honestly. He's one of these kind of like Ankalaev guys, or like these, even not really Makhachev. Makhachev grapples, but he's one of these like Ankalaev guys where it's like you assume he's a grappler just because of his last name and because of the way he looks, which he looks literally like an overgrown Islam Makhachev. Like I'm not just saying that. You would assume he's a grappler, and he is a grappler, and he can grapple, but he really likes to strike, and that's exactly what he did this whole round for the most part. I think there was a clinch exchange at one point, but he won this fight, knocked out Andre Muniz. Great performance. What do you do with Ikram Aliskerov? Honestly, I don't know. I say do him versus I don't know. He shouldn't get no one ranked for sure. Give him someone outside the rankings. Don't rush him. I wish they would have done him and Sharon Magomedov. When he was coming off before the Whitaker fight, I thought that would have been a great fight, but they'll never make them face each other. So it is what it is. Great win from Ikram. Hopefully he does big things. And but Robert Whitaker still knocked him out, so who cares? I'm kidding. Randy Brown versus Nicolas Dalby. Now this fight, legitimately, unironically, all jokes aside, this is one of the best fights of the year. You have to watch this fight. This fight was freaking fantastic. Randy Brown, Nicolas Dalby. The first round it wasn't anything crazy, but both guys were still going for it. Some decent shots. Dalby drops Randy Brown really badly, but he kind of just lays on top of him. It wasn't really like good finishing instincts by him, but Randy Brown did have him kind of tied up. He had his leg kind of locked with his legs or whatever. So he couldn't really get up. Round 2 starts, and it's fire. Like, round 2 is one of the best rounds of the year, bar none. Back and forth action. Dalby is going for it. He's clipping Randy Brown. Randy Brown rocks him bad against the cage, I think. Then they're going back and forth. Dalby comes in. I think Randy Brown lands a clean... I want to say it was a... Oh, it was like he switched his stance and then landed a right hook. Oh, it was one of the cleanest shots I've ever seen. Nicolas Dalby went out, flatline KO. He just slumped him not against the cage, on the floor. He also smashed his nose in the first round. I didn't mention that, but he destroyed Nicolas Dalby's nose. But I picked Nicolas Dalby to win via KO. Head kick KO. He did land, I think, a head kick at some point in this fight, but obviously he did drop Randy Brown. But honestly, it was a tremendous fight. Like, this is one of my favorite fights of the year. I can't recommend this fight enough. It was incredible. Randy Brown won via KO. I think he kind of needed this a little bit because, I don't know, he's good. He's good, and he's had a couple of good fights and performances, but getting a KO, he kind of needed this. He kind of needed like a big statement win, and I think he got it with this one. He needed like a highlight, you know? It's really not much in his next fight, like, or not in his next fight, but before this fight, you know, what are his highlights? You know, he landed this on Brian Battle. He landed a jab on Brian Battle's nose. Like, no, you know, getting a flatline KO like this is tremendous. So shout out to Randy Brown. Shout out Nicolas Dalby as well. He was still in it, even with a destroyed, smashed nose. So, yeah. This is the worst fight of the night by far. Michel Pereira, Abus Magomedov. The worst fight of the night. This is like, I think middleweight, like, I'm going to say this. I think middleweight might be the worst division in the UFC. I always said that it was heavyweight, but then you get fights like this where Michel Pereira is ranked number 14. He's a ranked fighter. You know, then or you got fights like the Lidzi Vittori like 2 months ago. And it's like every time I see like these like bottom ranked middleweights or like these every time I see these like non-top 10 middleweights, I'm just like, yeah, this division is the worst in the world. This division is the worst division on the planet. Even like Anthony Hernandez, Brendan Allen was like a little bit really like sloppy at times, and some of these middleweight fights, man, are just hilariously just shit. This fight was awful. I thought Michel Pereira was terrible in this entire fight. He was fighting like he was like preserving his energy, but bro, it's 3 rounds. Like it's not a 5-round main event. It's a 3-round fight. If you really have to preserve your energy that much, and he didn't even like unload his gas tank in the 3rd round. He still just fought the same in the 3rd round. Terrible fight. Like you got here because you're the wild guy who did the backflips and the cartwheels and the Superman punches and the spinning whatevers. That's how you got to become ranked, bro. Now you're going to be unranked. Abus is going to be number 14 ranked probably, which I hate. I hate that so much. He's so bad. He's so bad, bro. He's just so boring and bad and no personality, and he can't fight for nothing, man. Horrible performance by both guys. Nothing, like just no skill. Where was the skill? Where was the setting up shots? Where was the... He kind of rocked Michel Pereira in round 2 a little bit, and that was it. It was just not good, man. Awful, man. Nothing. At least if Abus got a finish, a sub, anything, I'd be like, all right. Anything, man. Nothing. I don't want to talk about this shit. I'm going to crash out. I hate this shit, man. This fight was a bit better. This fight was better. It was still... This fight was a little bit boring too, but it was good. Chikadze versus David Onama. I picked Onama to win. Chikadze is one of these guys. I feel very bad for him. It's weird, man. I watched him in that first round, and I'm like, dude, Giga Chikadze's a monster. Like, he's really good. Fast kicks, hard kicks, good kicks to the leg. Like, he's just really fast, man. He's quick. He just bang, bang. He's skilled. He's really skilled. But for some reason, it's like, I don't know if he doesn't know how to put it together. I don't know if it's maybe because he doesn't have a lot of power. I mean, he clearly doesn't have a lot of power. No offense to him, but he just doesn't. It's like, it's just very, I don't know. It's just, I don't really know what to say. Giga Chikadze, he's good. He's really good, man. He's really good, but he just can't put it together. He can't put it together to win fights. So David Onama won this one. There's not much I could say. It was a bit boring. Onama out-grappled him. Now he's going to be ranked. I don't think David Onama is high level, though, unfortunately. He's not really going to crack that top 10. He'll probably be number 10 or number 12 or 11 ranked, but I can't see him cracking that top 10. I can't see him. He's in featherweight. I can't see him beating guys like Mofsar, Aljo, Arnold Allen, Yair. I mean, it's cool to have some new blood at featherweight, though. And I actually think featherweight's a great division now. Like, now you got Aaron Pico is there. Aaron Pico is there as well. Dude, Aaron Pico would destroy David Onama. Anyways, man. Chikadze, I feel very bad for him. He's probably going to stay ranked, hopefully. He's good. He's very skilled, man. It's just he can't put it together. But I did pick Onama, so yay me, I guess. Woo, this is the fight. Wow. I can't even believe this fight. This was my shining moment. This was the fight, man. We beat Anthony Smith. We actually beat Anthony Smith. It's actually crazy. Like, see, I have no words. This is just euphoric for me. Seriously, though, Anthony Smith, terrible performance. Terrible performance, as usual. He came out crying. Not crying, but he came out very, like, taking it all in. He gave some kid a hat. He goes into the octagon. Bruce Buffer. Is this the first time they've ever done this, guys? Please let me know. They announce him, not as just Anthony Smith. They say, fighting for the last time ever, an absolute legend. They, like, give him this crazy introduction. They announce him, Anthony Lionheart Smith. Then the fight starts, and he gets obliterated. Obliterated. Zhang Mingyang just destroys this guy. Leg kicks the shit out of him. Lands some really nasty elbows, which surprised me, honestly. I didn't know he had elbows that good. His leg kicks did surprise me. I mean, obviously, I know he has good leg kicks, but he really does remind me of, like the Chinese Alex Pereira. I see, like, he really does, honestly. The leg kicks, the left hooks. He was really looking for that left hook, honestly. You could see it multiple times. He tried to left hook Anthony Smith. Credit to Smith, he does have a chin. He is he tough? I was going to say he is tough. He's not, though. He's really not, because he was getting destroyed against the cage. He goes for a really bad takedown. He doesn't get it, of course. Mingyang sprawls. Anthony Smith ends up in the fetal position again. Like, this is the story of his entire career. And Mingyang destroys him. He lands back of the headshots. I don't give a shit. Who cares? It's Anthony Smith. He deserves it. No, I'm kidding. But he lands some really nasty elbows. Back of the headshots are legal, so who cares? Lands some back of the headshots. It was over. Smith was bleeding from an elbow as well, like a minute before this. A minute before the finish. I mean, splurting blood. It was just terrible. Smith looked bad. There's no way in hell Anthony Smith could have won this fight. I don't know how. I don't think anyone really picked Anthony Smith, but if there's anyone that thought Anthony Smith would win, let me know in the comments, please. I'm very curious. And tell me your reasoning, because I really don't know how you could have predicted Anthony Smith to win this. I think Mingyang was always going to destroy this guy. If this was prime Anthony Smith, he gets destroyed. If this was, there's no version of Anthony Smith that makes this competitive, man. Mingyang destroyed him, like I said. Dude, Zhang Mingyang's going to be a problem. Light heavyweight needs guys like this. They need guys like Zhang Mingyang. They need new prospects, and I'm very glad he's actually winning. And he's got, what, 5 or 4 first-round KOs at light heavyweight? That's pretty impressive, man. Very, very, very impressive. I know people are like, oh, he's what? He's 19 and 6, but he has 19 first-round finishes. Insane. And if, let's say, they do him versus Nikita Krylov next, I think he could finish Nikita Krylov. Bogdan Guskov was like Anthony Smith's brother. I think he could beat him as well. Who else is ranked? He called out Yuri, I think. Didn't he call out Yuri? He called out Yuri, backstage, in an Instagram video. Brother, you're not getting Yuri, nor should you. That's just too big of a jump up. You're unranked. You're going to be probably 14 or 13 ranked, but you're unranked. I say give him... Yeah, I say give him Nikita Krylov. Look, if it was up to me, I'd give him the loser of, Jamal Hill, Roundtree. If it was up to me, but that's because I would probably just jump all these guys up to freshen the divisions. But Anthony Smith, classic. Oh, let's talk about, I forgot to mention his post-fight. Oh, my God. So they interview him, obviously. And terrible post-fight, not even a terrible, it was, because before the interview, actually, let's rewind, okay? He gets TKO'd. He starts flipping off some guy in the crowd, or 2 guys or a group of people. He starts flipping off this guy in the crowd, just middle finger, right? I thought he was flipping off the camera. I don't know what I thought he was doing. I thought he was trying to aura farm or something, or trying to look cool, but he starts flipping off the guy, some guy in the crowd. He then almost runs out of the cage to fight this guy. What the fuck? This guy is I don't know, he's he doesn't take steroids, obviously. So why is he so emotional? He tried to fight some random guy in the crowd. Even if the guy was heckling and talking smack, you're really going to fight some guy in the crowd? Really? In your last fight? You're going to take away Zhang Mingyang's moment? You're going to ruin your own moment? That's the last time you're ever going to be seen in an octagon. That's how you want to be remembered? As the guy that tried to fight some heckler in the crowd? And they cut to this guy is 700 pounds too. But it's stupid. It's just stupid. It's ridiculous, honestly. This guy, you guys see why I don't like him. I might do a part 3 on this guy. I might do a video on this guy. Anthony Smith coming soon. We'll see. Zhang Mingyang, though, great performance. He was trying to calm Smith down. I thought Anthony Smith was going after Zhang Mingyang's corner. I don't know what I thought. They give him this post-fight speech as well. And, bro, they give him a video package. First of all, Jelly Roll, of all people, was, on it. And then, I don't know. You know what this screams to me? This screams this new, TKO era of the UFC. This screams TKO put, a couple thousand into this or something. I don't know why. Because they have never, ever, ever done this extensive of a video package for any other fighter. Ever. I wouldn't be surprised because now that UFC is partnered with WWE, I wouldn't be surprised if it's if they use some of their video packages, their video packaging team. Because WWE has good video packages and stuff. So Weird. Really, really, really weird. This guy got a super extensive video package. They've never done this for any other fighter. Stipe didn't get a video package at all. I'm not even kidding. Stipe Miocic did not get anything. He got a pat on the back and said, dude, Stipe Miocic is the heavyweight GOAT. He's the greatest heavyweight fighter in UFC history. And he didn't get a video package. He was a former world champion. He beat guys like Francis Ngannou and Daniel Cormier. He has an insanely good resume. Junior Dos Santos, I think he beat. He has a really great resume. One of the greatest ever. But he doesn't get a video package. Tony Ferguson didn't get a video package. Tony Ferguson did not get a video package. Robbie Lawler got a video package, but it was not this extensive. You had Chael Sonnen on this. You had all kinds of fighters congratulating Smith. Jelly Roll was on. How much did they pay Jelly Roll? Like $10,000, $20,000, $100K? To talk about a fighter he's never watched before. All of that just to get destroyed, by the way, as well. He got destroyed. And they give him this super extensive video package. What a bum. What a bum. What an absolute bum. He's just a bum. I have nothing else to say. Ian Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates. My fucking nose, man. John Jones, I've been hanging out with you too much. No, Carlos Prates, Ian Garry. I already did a separate video on this. But now that I've cooled down a bit, this is my my calm take on this fight. It was shit. Anyways, you guys, Ian Garry, he did good. His striking was very good. He threw together combinations in those earlier rounds. He has great leg kicks. He does a good job of running. I mean, moving out of the way of shots, Decent head movement. Carlos Prates did not put it on soon enough. And I think Ian Garry, the thing is, and I said this again in my separate video, but he has really, I underrated his striking, but I overrated his grappling. Or not me, but I think a lot of people did, not just me. Even though I did pick Prates to knock him out in the second round, I knew there was a chance he could just smudge Prates and use his grappling. He didn't get any grappling at all. Like he took him down about twice, and that was it. And Prates got right back up. So I overrated, and everyone overrated his grappling. He has no good grappling. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say no good grappling, but man, either Prates has insane takedown defense, or Ian Garry just has no good takedowns. Which he's never had good takedowns. It's always he's got good reversals, but his takedowns were not good in this fight at all. And Prates, people said Prates, he's not gonna make it to the 5 rounds, and he's not gonna have no cardio, and he's not gonna be able to handle getting taken down. Clearly, he'll do good. Prates, the one thing I'll say, he's going to be a problem in this division, just not now. He is 31, so that is a problem in itself. He's not young, but he's in his prime or about to hit his prime. He should be okay, but man, fuck, dude. He shouldn't. Do you guys think he should lose his ranking? He should be number 14 now, right? They'll probably still give him a top 10 opponent. Let's be honest. They'll probably still give him they should, to me, just rebook the Jeff Neal fight. Rebook the Jeff Neal fight. I was going to say do the winner of Kevin Holland, Vicente Luque against Carlos Prates, but that doesn't really make sense for Prates. That makes more sense for no, it doesn't make sense for Prates. I say do Prates, Jeff Neal, rebook it. I say do the loser of that against the winner of Kevin Holland, Vicente Luque. Maybe. I don't know how that matches up that well, but nonetheless, Ian Garry, he won. I didn't pick him to win, but he proved me wrong. This fight was kind of boring the first 3 rounds. Then Prates really started picking up momentum the second half of round 4, and it was looking really good for Prates. Then round 5, he's just running through Ian Garry. Boom, boom, has him against the cage, big shots. I think he legitimately had Ian Garry out. Like, not knocked out, but Ian Garry was, like, dazed on the ground. He was, like, his, like, hands are up. His face was, like, he looked fucked, bro. He was legitimately, I'm not kidding, he was crawling away. I honestly think Prates, if he had a brain, could have finished Ian Garry, like, pretty easily. But he was, I don't know what he was trying to do. He should have just hammer-fisted him, ground him, elbow, something, anything. Maybe even went for a sub, anything, something. He had no finishing instincts, man. I know he's used to just flatlining people and walking away. He's not used to, like, ground and pounding, and he's not used to, like, but come on, bro. It would have been pretty insane if Ian Garry would have won all 4 of the rounds and then lost the 5th. Well, he lost the 4th, I thought, as well, but damn, if Prates would have just laid... If Prates would have got some really sick ground and pound, man, they could have probably given him a 10-8, and it would have been a draw. It could have been a draw. It could have been a draw. It could have been. But he's an idiot. He fumbled. It's worst case scenario, right? Because, again, I said this, but the Prates fans are going to say, dude, if there was another round, it would have been over for Ian Garry. Like the Nate Diaz fans always say, or like the Chito Vera fans said about the O'Malley fight. One more round and it's over. But then the Ian Garry fans, it's not a good look because he had a good performance, but it was also boring. Like two things can be true. It was a really good performance in terms of he stood out of the way of shots. He had good striking. The grappling was shit, though, so that was not good. But it wasn't... It was boring. It was good, but it was boring. It was like the Yusuf Zalal fight against Calvin Kattar last month. You know, he did a good job of landing just enough to win the round, but not getting hit, staying out of the range of shots, but it was still boring. You know, yeah, he did rock Prates, I think, in round 3 or 2. And that was one exciting moment, but he didn't even try to go for the finish. So what do you guys want me to say? It's just, I'm going to start, honestly, like, I'm going to start flipping coins, picking these fights now. It's really one of these things where it's like, I've had so many main event picks wrong. I don't even care about picks, honestly. I don't. And no, none of you guys really do either. It's fun to be like, how you actually picked Prates, but no one actually cares about picks. The thing is, some of these fights are impossible to pick. Like, I picked Sean Brady to beat Leon Edwards. I didn't think he was going to destroy Leon Edwards. Like, a lot of people picked Leon, but, you know, I picked Pereira to beat Ank. Ankalaev just smudges him to a decision. Just holds him against the cage. You know what? Maybe I have to just pick the more boring option. I just fucking punched my desk by accident. Maybe I should just pick the more boring option. Maybe, honestly, I'm picking Bilal to beat JDM. I just am. I'm picking Ankalaev to beat Pereira in the rematch. I'm picking whoever Armin fights next. I'm picking him to win. You know, I'm picking Islam to beat Ilya. I know Islam is exciting too. Don't get on me, but he's not as exciting as Topuria. I'm picking Jones to beat Aspinall. I'm picking the opposite of what I want now. I have to, because then I'm just going to keep getting picks wrong. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Make sure you guys like and sub. Become a member in the description. I thought overall it was a pretty fantastic card, but yeah, that main event, man. Why did Ian Garry have to win? This is like the worst timeline, but it is what it is. Maybe he's saying he's getting a title shot. That's so delusional. Let's do Ian Garry versus the winner of Buckley Usman, and then the winner gets a guaranteed title shot. This is what I would do real quick, because I'm not going to do a fights to make after. So this is what I would do. Ian Garry versus the winner of Joaquin Buckley, Kamaru Usman. And then, in the meantime, you also do Shavkat versus Sean Brady. Whichever fight happens first, they'll get the immediate title shot. And then the next title shot will go to the other fight, if that makes any sense. See you guys next time. Become a member in the description. Love you guys so much. Peace.